Star Trek accidentally created two of Hollywood's biggest current stars. Two of Hollywood's biggest stars got their big break in Star Trek movies. The Star Trek franchise has a long history of making strong casting choices from Star Trek, the original series, through today. For many actors, Star Trek was their first notable role before they went on to have incredible Hollywood careers. Patrick Stewart, for example, was referred to as an unknown British actor when he was cast as Captain Jean-Luc Picard. But the Star Trek The Next Generation actor has since become a legend of film and television. The Star Trek movies, too, have helped jumpstart the careers of a few Hollywood stars. Chris Pine and Zoe Saldana already had notable roles before Star Trek 2009, but the J.J. Abrams film helped launch both actors into another level of superstardom. Star Trek Nemesis did not perform particularly well at the box office and received mixed reviews, but that didn't matter for the future star of The Dark Knight Rises and Venom star. Another Marvel superhero earned his first significant role in J.J. Abrams' Star Trek 2009 and has since become one of Hollywood's biggest superstars. Star Trek gave Tom Hardy and Chris Hemsworth their first notable movie roles. Star Trek Nemesis put an end to Star Trek The Next Generation as a movie franchise, but it helped launch Tom Hardy's impressive film career. As Captain Picard's villainous clone, Shinzen, Hardy showed hints of the greatness that was to come, even if his character wasn't particularly well defined. Hardy's career only went up from here, from memorable roles in Christopher Nolan's Inception and The Dark Knight Rises to starring roles in Mad Max, Fury Road, and Venom. Hardy was nominated for an Academy Award for his performance in The Revenant alongside Leonardo DiCaprio. In Star Trek 2009, Chris Hemsworth had the small but incredibly significant role of Lieutenant George Kirk just 2 years before he became the God of Thunder in 2011's Thor. Hemsworth has portrayed Thor in 8 Marvel Cinematic Universe films and had a brief cameo in the mid-credits scene of Doctor Strange. Despite the demands of appearing in many Marvel Studios movies, Hemsworth still managed to snag significant roles in numerous other films, including 2016's Ghostbusters, 12 Strong, Extraction, and Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. Hemsworth has stated his desire to continue playing Thor, but nothing has been confirmed regarding Thor's MCU return. Star Trek's ability to create stars highlights its enduring influence. Nearly 60 years after its premiere, Star Trek continues to be incredibly influential. Not only has Star Trek helped create several blockbuster movie stars over the years, but Star Trek now attracts some surprising actors who already have well-established careers. Even back in the early days of Star Trek The Next Generation, Academy Award winner Whoopi Goldberg requested a role on the show because she wanted to be a part of Star Trek. Several Hollywood stars have spoken about their love for Star Trek, including Nicolas Cage and James McAvoy. Actors like Michelle Yeoh, Jason Isaacs, and Rebecca Romijn had already appeared in major Hollywood films before joining the casts of Star Trek Discovery and Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Academy Award winners Paul Giamatti and Holly Hunter have both been tapped to appear in the upcoming Star Trek Starfleet Academy. Star Trek will likely continue to launch new actors into superstardom as well. Ethan Peck, Jess Bush, Celia Rose Gooding, and Christina Chong of Star Trek Strange New Worlds have already proven to be incredibly talented actors who could have major Hollywood careers ahead of them. For over 50 years, Star Trek has stood as one of science fiction's most influential franchises. From its original 1966 series to its countless films and spin-offs, the franchise has pushed boundaries in storytelling, technology, and even social commentary. But beyond its impact on culture and imagination, Star Trek has served as a surprising launchpad for some of Hollywood's most prominent actors. Unbeknownst to the franchise's creators, Star Trek has accidentally created two of the biggest stars in Hollywood today, Chris Hemsworth and Zoe Saldana. Hemsworth and Saldana, now household names, both found pivotal career moments in the same Star Trek reboot that premiered in 2009, directed by J.J. Abrams. At the time, neither actor was a major star, but their roles in this sci-fi reboot were about to send their careers skyrocketing in ways even the Star Trek fandom might not have predicted. Chris Hemsworth. From minor role to global superstar in 2009 Star Trek, Chris Hemsworth appeared in a brief but emotionally charged role as George Kirk, the father of James T. Kirk, played by Chris Pine. Hemsworth's screen time lasted just a few minutes, yet his portrayal of a selfless starship captain sacrificing his life to save his crew, including his newborn son, left a powerful impression. Audiences may have seen him for only a short period, but the charisma and heroism he brought to the role did not go unnoticed. At the time, Hemsworth was far from a Hollywood superstar. The Australian actor had mainly been known for his role in the soap opera Home and Away in his home country. His casting in Star Trek was a small but crucial stepping stone. Just 2 years later, Hemsworth would be cast in the role that would truly change his life, Thor, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. His selection as the Norse god of thunder catapulted him into global fame. Hemsworth brought charm, humor, and a commanding physical presence to the role, becoming one of the central pillars of the MCU. His role as Thor in the Thor trilogy, the Avengers films, and other crossovers solidified his status as a Hollywood A-lister. Audiences connected not only with Hemsworth's impressive physique and action prowess, but also with the vulnerability and humor he infused into the character. It's fascinating to think that before becoming one of the MCU's most beloved heroes, Hemsworth's first significant U.S. exposure was as George Kirk in Star Trek, a role that, though small, demonstrated his ability to embody heroism. Zoe Saldana, the franchise queen, another star who got a major career boost from Star Trek, was Zoe Saldana, who played the iconic character Nyota Uhura, originally portrayed by Nichelle Nichols in the 1960s series. Saldana's portrayal of Uhura in Abrams' 2009 reboot was a modern reimagining of a trailblazing character. Smart, capable, and courageous, Uhura was not just a background figure but an integral part of the action, something that made her stand out in both the original series and the reboot. At the time, Saldana had appeared in some notable films such as Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl, and Drumline, but she had yet to break through as a leading star. However, her role in Star Trek proved to be a game-changer. Saldana's performance in the film resonated with audiences, blending strength, wit, and emotional depth in a way that made Uhura a vital component of the film's success. But Star Trek was just the beginning for Saldana. Later in 2009, she took on the role of Neytiri in James Cameron's Avatar, which became the highest-grossing film of all time. Saldana's role in Avatar transformed her into a global superstar. Her ability to blend physical performance with the emotional core of Neytiri's character brought the alien Na'vi culture to life in a way no other actress could. The film's groundbreaking use of motion capture technology, paired with Saldana's acting, created an unforgettable character that was both otherworldly and deeply relatable. If Star Trek set the stage for Saldana's rise, Avatar solidified it. Yet her career trajectory didn't stop there. By 2014, Saldana added another massive franchise to her resume, playing the deadly assassin Gamora in Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Like Hemsworth, Saldana became a central figure in the MCU, and her role as Gamora has been a fan favorite ever since. She reprised the role in multiple MCU films, including the Avengers franchise. The Star Trek effect, the surprising part of Chris Hemsworth and Zoe Saldana's journey, is how their careers seemed to explode right after their involvement in Star Trek. The 2009 reboot, though only one part of their respective portfolios, proved to be a crucial stepping stone. The franchise's ability to nurture talent, even inadvertently, has been one of its greatest, often overlooked contributions to Hollywood. Star Trek has a long history of launching actors into stardom, from Patrick Stewart to William Shatner. However, its more recent role in boosting Hemsworth and Saldana to fame shows that it continues to be a powerful force in Hollywood.